Hey there. Let's continue with our series on basic options trading. Today I wanted to go over the ratio spread, and this is one of the spreads that I really like. It has an undefined risk component, so you're short an extra naked option, but there are defined risk versions of this spread, the broken wing butterfly basically, and that we'll go over in a different video. But rather than doing slides or whatnot, let's just go over to the Tasty Trade platform and set up a ratio spread because they're pretty simple. So here we are. I'm looking at IWM, which is the Russell Index. I don't have a position there. That's kind of why I'm using it. A ratio spread is just buying an option and selling more options on a ratio. So it's typically two sold to one purchased. And I usually set these up at the expected move, so roughly right around here. So let me buy this option and let me sell, I don't know, let me sell the 216. So this spread is what? This spread is 21 minus 16 is $5 wide. So it's a $5 wide long vertical put spread. So what would I want if I were to actually buy this spread and pay the 52 cents for it? I would want IWM basically to crash and go, excuse me, and go entirely through this spread. And I would make the full width of this spread here, which is basically $5 minus the amount, the debit I would pay for it. This is a low probability trade, however, so we see here that the probability of profit is only 14%. Okay, so let's turn this into a ratio spread, which will change this into a bullish spread, but it has kind of this odd feature, which we'll talk about. So let's go down to our short option here. I'm going to click on it and just double the amount of contracts. So now I'm long one option, short two options. And notice that this is now trading for a credit of 94 cents. And that my deltas here are actually long 7 deltas. So it's a small long position. And let's think about what we would want with this spread here. It's a long position, so if this, and there's no upside risk to this. So if this thing goes higher, we're good to go. We will keep at expiration this full credit, 95 cents, 94 cents at the moment. What happens if this drifts lower? Well, if it goes lower, it's a long position, so it's going to lose money. But at expiration, let's just assume at expiration we're right here at the short strike. So this extra long, these short options will be worthless, and this long option will be in the money by $5. So this spread would actually be worth $5, and then we would have collected 94 cents. So we would almost be up $6. So this spread has this weird feature that if the market drifts slower, this will actually expand in price, and we'll actually be able to take it off for a credit. We put it on for a credit and take it off for a credit, which is kind of why I like these spreads. And you can see here our break even is all the way down here because we have this embedded long put spread here. So this is a high probability trade, and it's kind of similar to actually being short this option here. You notice that this option is trading for basically a buck. This one's trading for 95 cents, which is basically roughly the credit we would be receiving for the ratio spread. So in some way, it's almost like synthetically being short this really far out of the money put. So let me route this trade. Let's see if we get filled. We're not filled at that price. I'll adjust it in a minute. Yeah, so this trade is not going to move fast, guys, unless IWM, the market skyrockets in the next couple of days. That premium is not going to move very much. It's going to be a very slow decay. So let me penny this down by 2, and we're filled. Okay, I actually like to do the trades that I'm talking about just so that you can see them in reality. So ratio spread, guys, they are pretty simple. Typically, they're done on this 1 to 2 ratio, 2 short to 1 long. You could, of course, make that any ratio you want, 3 short to 1 long, and get even wider. I tend not to do that just because I don't like the extra risk of all these extra naked short units. So in the next video, we'll probably go over the defined risk version of this, the broken wing butterfly, which are very cool. I do those occasionally too. Any questions, any requests for topics for future videos, just please feel free to leave them in the comments, and I will talk to you later. See ya.